Hello, teacher. Hi, everyone. My name is Dorothy, and now I would like to read lesson 2, The Structure of Human Being, with the letter size 30 and speed 50. Yeah, I'd like to start. Listen to the structure of human being within the written word. The structure of human being is an important concept. The importance of knowledge about the human structure. This knowledge regarding the human structure is considered one of the three important frames of reference in life. This knowledge explains the root origin of life from a religious perspective. It is time of understanding that helps people awaken their wisdom intellect. It opens the door to the view of human life and explains all the questions in human life. The significance of realizing the human structure. When awareness of the human structure is gained, you will understand and help people and find their true nature, certain technology facilitating the reception of the true nature within themselves. Understanding the sitting human natures, great design and thought conception are the focal points trọng điểm of the human nature, representing the human ego, cái tôi, and understanding the emptiness nature of the inner being, tánh không của nội tâm. Understand the three frames of virtue merit, ba khối merit sin and blessing. Understand total karma, tổng nghiệp, knowledge karma, connection karma, and result karma. Understand and grasp the matter, space, and time. Understand that the inner awareness perception, nhận thức nội tâm, determines the electromagnetic vibration state of the inner being, trạng thái rung động từ nội tâm, which subsequently determines the energy, vibrations, frequency, tần số rung động năng lượng, and finally determines the experience of the view of human life như xung quanh, what view, the thế giới quan and cosmic view, vũ trụ quan, change the course in the past onto the effect result in the present and stimulate a good effect result for the future. Introduction to the human structure. Our current life is the result created by the course in the past. Our present is the course of life in the future. Changing the present means changing the course that will create the effect result for the future. If we want a desired future, we must change the course in the present. Only when a person knows where the root of their life originates can they change the course and thus change the effect result. Through three perspectives, principle, doctrine, religion, belief, tôn giáo, tín ngưỡng, and science khoa học, along with the three frames of preference, the triangle of reality, the human structure, and the formula of the root for the root of life. We can fully understand where the root of human life originates, including what causes compared to create the effects results. From this understanding, people will know how to create a good cohesive and favorable connection to wrap desirable effects results in life. The human structure is one of these three important frames of reference. This frame of reference is viewed from the perspective of religion, belief, utilizing the knowledge of Buddhism and to understand the human structure and thereby finding the root origin or cause of human life according to this view. For the true nature, what is true nature? The true nature is what which does not change across space and time. Anything that changes is no longer the true nature. In our daily lives, everything is not the true nature because it changes over time, such as houses, colors, emotion, love, or even the human body, which changes every day. If we cling to these things, we can never achieve peace and joy. Seeing something that is real and exists is true, but it is not the true nature. According to a story, the demons conspire to hide the true nature deep inside humanity, believing that the most dangerous place it is faced. Like as a result, people no longer link to the true nature within themselves, but mainly link to the external things that they cannot achieve peace and joy. Only those with great destiny can find the true nature within themselves. If we find the true nature within ourselves, we approach peace and joy. Knowing the human structure is crucial and highly available knowledge for humanity. Understanding the human structure means understanding oneself and finding the true nature within oneself to attain the true peace and joy. Seeing the human structure is viewed through the lens of religion belief. We borrow knowledge from Buddhism to explain its components to the human structure. The human structure has four parts. These parts are categorized by different terminologies used by common folk, science, and Buddhism. In terms of the structure of the human self, there is the terminology of the eight great combinations. Typically, the four great combinations are said to create the body. However, intrinsically, the five great combinations create the body consisting of earth, water, air, fire, and electromagnetism. When considering the whole person, there are also the heart, mind, natures, and emotions. Thus, the embody is formed by elements: heart, mind, natures, emotion, heart, well, fire, and electromagnetism through her to the eight combinations. To correctly define the human structure is with the nine great combinations. This is because when speaking of the heart, mind, the electromagnetism of light must be included, meaning electromagnetism is divided into two forms: electromagnetism of light and yin-yang electromagnetism. Totally, the nine great combination when referring to the body with the heart, mind, natures, and emotions. This is the five great combination: water, air, fire, and electromagnetism. To unify the terminology, the human structure is consistently defined as follows. The human structure consists of true nature, the sitting human nature, the layer of emotion, the layer of four elements body. Specifically, the true nature is the intention to see, the intention to hear, the intention to say, know, and the intention to know. It is surrounded by the electromagnetism of light. The sitting human natures consists of perception, thought, conception, action, internal processing, consciousness, while talent, beauty, fame, food, eating, sleep, rest, great desire, anger, ignorance, delusion, arrogance, pride, doubt, evil, and adherence, attachment. This layer is surrounded by yin-yang electromagnetism. The layer of emotion consists of 84,000 illusory puppies, also known as emotions. The layer of four elements body consists of nutrition, yin, water, air, and fire. Warm. This layer is also surrounded by yin-yang electromagnetism. The human structure also contains the three forms of virtue: marriage, blessings, and sin, and total karma, knowledge karma, connection karma, research karma. According to the common food, the inner structure of a person, the inner being or nội tâm, includes the natures and emotions which manifest outwardly as the body. We often refer to this as tánh tình, nature and emotion, and tình thân, emotion and body. Understanding oneself requires understanding the heart, mind, natures, emotion, and body fully. When we understand our inner being, we can attain peace and joy. Everyone in life seeks peace and joy, and it is initiated when a person finds the true nature within themselves. Definition of the sitting human nature is happy term in the human structure. The lives of sitting human nature uses Sino-Vietnamese terminology. The meaning closest to the human structure context are reception, receiving, taking in, thought, conception, remembering, imagining, planning, forecasting, action, internal processing, exploring, checking out, consciousness, understanding, knowledge, wow, talent, money, wow, talent, ability, beautiful, physical body, appearance, firm, fame, reputation, fame, food, eating, sleep, rest, sleeping, resting, great desire, wants, anger, wrath, anger, ignorance, delusion, stupidity, arrogance, pride, arrogance, haughtiness, doubt, suspicion, doubt, evil, cruelty, wickedness, adherence, attachment, fondness, fear, focal point, amplitude, and level of human nature is great design, thought, conception, and the focal points of human nature. Redesign, thought, conception regarding wealth, talent, beauty, fame, food, eating, and sleep, rest, determine the degree and level of anger, ignorance, delusion, arrogance, pride, doubt, evil, and adherence, attachment. They also determine what is received, perception, how it is process, action, internal processing, and what it recognizes consciousness. Redesign fundamentally means wanting or wishing. Redesign itself is not problematic, but society logically equals time with timeline readiness, leading to the perception that it is bad. In reality, time is simply a design. People constantly decide something, such as desiring their children to mature or desiring to understanding themselves. Even the Buddha possesses this nature, and time is amplified by the desire to save or scientific peace and the desire to awaken people to Buddhist enlightenment. For Jikin, thought, conception, has three states: imagination, present, remembrance, past, forecasting, planning, future. A person who no longer has great desire or thought conception, meaning they have no desire or wishes for the present or future, and remember noting of the past is no longer considered a human. Therefore, great design, thought, conception are the focal points of human nature. Redesign thought conception regarding what talent man can manifest in two ways: money, while designing to remain of learning future essence to in many talent, ability, desiring to learn various teens to acquire talent. Great desire and thought conception regarding beauty film includes the physical body and appearance film. Physical body focus emphasizes self-care. A patient focuses on their physical body, pays close attention to their health, avoiding anything harmful, is exercising, eating, and sleeping properly. They are meticulous about their appearance, looking tidy and elegant when going out. Appearance frame focus directing importance toward the surrounding environment. A patient focuses on something cannot tolerate a dirty house. They demand appropriate a time not just for themselves, but for those around them from sắc tướng. Fashion sắc tướng, they are disturbed by a cross painting in language that insists on clear, accurate speech and correct grammar in what they demand tidiness. Great design thought conception regarding family design to be famous, or conversely, the design not to be famous, a subtle orientation of the young nature dependent on time and tưởng. Great design thought conception regarding food eating. This includes the desire to eat delicious food. For some, how to eat doesn't matter. They have no time to regarding the nature remains, but the addition of time determines our behavior towards eating. Good design and thought conception regarding sleep rest. Some people cannot sleep while others sleep exactly at different times. If combined with sắc tướng, they might require a beautiful place to sleep. Redesign thought conception regarding any aspect will initiate the outer layers of the human structure in a specific direction, determine what is perception, how is processed attention, internal processing, and what is recognized consciousness. Thought concept as a single human intention can lead a person thousands of miles away, being able to influence others in society to align with their design and thought conception. If we want to get our children to work comprehensively, we must take them in design plan for it. Otherwise, they will be driving toward negative direction. If we do not guide our children with the design and thought conception toward the light path, they will be led toward the dark path. The amplitude of human nature is before the structure of human nature is encased by yin yang electromagnetism. The natures fluctuate, rise and fall, meaning they have an amplitude of oscillation. The level of degree of the nature's great desire, anger, ignorance, delusion, arrogance, pride, doubt, evil, and adherence attachment range from low to high. From negative yin or positive yang, great desire, the low negative degree is greediness, characterized by desiring only for oneself. The high positive degree is generosity, characterized by desiring for this voice. Desiring money only for oneself is just as greediness, but desiring money for others is generosity. Great desire is simply a desire that oscillates from negative or to positive. Desiring for oneself is negative desire, greediness, and desiring for others is positive. Generosity is excessively. Generosity is also beneficial. One desire should be based on the three drivers of existing individual, family, organization, society. Desiring offers simultaneously. Anger, the love negative option is wrap. Anger, the high positive degree is 90%. Ignorance, delusion, the low negative degree of is delusion, the high positive degree is clarity, wisdom. Arrogance, pride, the low negative degree of man is inferior to the high positive degree is superior to self-confidence, stands in the middle. Doubt, the low negative degree of me is suspicion. The high positive degree of dread is trustworthiness. Reliance, dread is in the middle, not as high as trustworthiness. Evil, the low negative degree of act is greater. The high positive degree is kindness, benevolence. The human nature regarding art oscillates from kindness to cruelty. Adherent attachment, the low negative degree of king is stubbornness. Fish feel, the high positive degree is acceptance. When these natures complexly interact, they create emotional levels up, and levels of human nature have originates from great design, thought conception. Great design and thought conception are the focal points that initiates that to manage nature of anger, ignorance, delusion, arrogance, pride, doubt, evil, and adherence attachment in a specific direction. If redesign thought conception are satisfied or remaining natures are pushed toward the positive direction, if they are not satisfied or cannot be stopped, they are pushed toward the negative direction. Redesign and thought conception regarding wild talent, beauty, film, fame, food, eating, and sleep rest determine reception, action, internal processing, and consciousness. For example, if we design plan for health and the physical body within a medical book will open the consciousness, the reception will integrate the knowledge, leading to a deeper understanding of how great design thought conception facilitate good absorption of knowledge. Without them, absorption is pure action, internal processing in the output. The natures have an amplitude of oscillation, fundamentally well, talent, beauty, fame, food, eating, sleep, rest, or reception, thought, conception, action, internal processing, consciousness do not possess negative or positive electromagnetism. It is the addition of great desire that determines the yin-yang electromagnetism, initiating anger, ignorance, delusion, arrogance, pride, doubt, evil, and inherent attachment in a certain direction. Observation of society shows that most low-tier laborers often push wealth, talent, beauty, fame, food, eating, sleep, rest toward the negative direction before their desires are not met. Successful people push this toward the positive direction. Intellectuals and those in research tend to push reception, thought, conception, action, internal processing, and consciousness toward the inner direction. The predominant nature layer determines a basic social standing. What is the inner being? In the human structure, the body is the tangible physical factor. The intangible factors within the person are material factors, including the heart, mind, natures, and emotion. According to the more common terminology, constitute the inner being. The inner being consists of the heart, mind, natures, and emotions. It includes the nature within them, the system, human nature, and the layer of emotion. Mastering the inner being, when a message is transmitted to it, it passes through the human body via the five senses: eye, nose, mouth, ears, feelings, then goes to the layer of emotion, the layer of nature, and finally reaches the heart mind. Three states of the inner being when receiving the message. When the message touches the layer of emotion, we are using emotion to interact. When the message touches the layer of nature, we are using nature to analyze and distinguish. When the message touches the heart mind, we are using the heart mind to receive, accept. These three special states, using the heart mind to receive, using nature to analyze and distinguish, or using emotion to interact, determine the degree of mastering the inner being. Example, using emotion to interact. If someone praises your beauty and you feel pleased and happy, you are using emotion to interact. Example, using the nature to analyze and distinguish. If someone praises your beauty and you ask, where is it my skin, my face, tell me, you are using nature to analyze and distinguish why they are complimenting you. Example, using the heart mind to receive. If someone praises your beauty and you simply acknowledge that they said you are beauty, stop being there without any further thoughts or emotional arising, you are using the heart mind to receive. The concept of mastering the inner being. Mastering means taking initiate, proactivity, and taking responsibility. Mastering the inner being is proactively choosing and taking responsibility for the choices with the inner being to master external circumstances. In life, people need to proactively and flexibly choose all the three states, using the heart mind to receive, using nature to analyze and distinguish, and using emotion to interact to choose different subjects and circumstances. It is in average to only use one state. For instance, if a tip enters your home, they're only doing the head using the match to receive with their energy is similar. If a loved one compliments you, you only receive with the message with their any risk constraint the relationship. If the study only using head match to receive with their analysis or distinguish right or will not green it arrested or Christians kind of one, and only use emotion to enrich. Emptiness nature of the inner being. The state of emptiness nature of the inner being is achieved when one uses the true nature within oneself to receive a message, without the nature of emotion layers interfering or sticking to the message. The intention to hear, the intention to see, it gets attached to the layer of nature and the layer of emotion to receive a message. If there's representing the layers of nature and emotion circle the light too much, the sunlight to the person is hindered when hearing is tied to the layers of nature and emotion. It is no longer true. The true hearing. Similarly, when seeing is tied to the layers of nature and emotion, is no longer the true seeing. True seeing, true hearing means that when a message arises, the intention only knows that it is seen or hearing, that the human nature or emotion layers being applied. Attending to hearing, true seeing is the state of the emptiness nature of the inner being. Example, when someone calls you crazy and you only receive the say without initiating any emotion or analysis, that is true hearing, achieving the emptiness at nature of the inner being. It in that moment the word crazy, it has no meaning. It is just a message. The heart mind is not disturbed or attached to the nature and emotion. The emptiness nature of the inner being is different from the apathetic. An apathetic person uses the thought perception to focus elsewhere, hearing without truly hearing, seeing without truly seeing, making them indifferent to their surroundings. The emptiness nature of the inner being is when one uses the true nature and the third conception naturally stop. It means knowing what is happening understanding and knowing it is no thought conception arises using the true nature to receive the message. When the message is transmitted and vision hears only the hearing, sees only the seeing, initiation, noting, and is not to the nature of emotion or emotion layers using only the true nature to receive the message. They achieve the state of the emptiness nature of the inner being. The emptiness nature of the inner being is formless and inchangeable. It can only be received or not received. It cannot be understood. It is state that one knows for oneself, hot or cold. Only the self knows. When the emptiness nature is to the mind and the environment are separated using the true nature to receive the message, reserve, drain, and largeness, application of emptiness. Nature of the inner being when a problem is raised, initiating emptiness nature causes the problem to resolve and one attempts being shown when people cling to the layers of nature and emotion they may easily stop. Initiated emptiness nature is better when facing issues. Otherwise, attachment leads to anger and ignorance. Illusion this they have one deal with problem mostly into initiative emptiness nature on can apply the Buddhist madam one what them let go step and to separate the mind from the environment. Total karma is the sum total of alters and action across countless lifetimes. In other words, total karma is the accumulation of what has been heard since that I know as cross countless lifetimes stored in the tank storehouse consciousness or subconscious potential consciousness. Total karma consists of knowledge karma, connection karma, and research karma. Knowledge karma, the total knowledge, understanding, and awareness accumulated through hearing, seeing, saying, knowing across countless lifetimes. Connection karma, the total relationship between people across countless lifetimes. It determines the relationship we encounter in this life, whom we met, which family we are born to, whom we marry, and family hierarchy and closeness. Research karma, the total research achievements people have experienced across countless lifetimes. This includes life achievements such as the number of health, of marriage, of money, career, success, and humans are born with existing total karma, which explains why one is born to a specific family. Total karma has followed it for a countless lifetime. What we have had, seen, said, and know in the past absorbed through the layers of nature and emotion from the knowledge, connection, and research karma stored in the subconscious within the human structure. Example of knowledge karma, knowledge absorbed during learning is stored in the mind and order within we will get it appears when needed. Example of research karma possessing in health, car, or dream job now are examples of what we will set. In addition to the total karma, there is a vibhic, small distinct karma. Vibhic refers to specific karma expressed on the body, such as morals, uppers, mass unit to each person belongs to the research karma. Total karma exists and details when and what will happen and whom we will meet. This total karma is what we have cultivated across countless lifetimes. Therefore, we should receive, accept everything that happens in life rather than completely understand that total karma is not about resignation, but about understanding its operating principles so that we can activate the knowledge, connection, and research karma in a way that benefits us. This way, understand the electromagnetic vibrations of the inner being influence the external energy vibration frequency. The electromagnetic frequency of the inner being oscillates between negative, positive, and balance. These correspond to low, high, and super high energy vibration frequencies, respectively. Inner awareness determines the electromagnetic vibration state of the inner being. The electromagnetic vibrations of the inner being determines the energy vibration frequency, and the energy vibration frequency determine our view of human life. Cosmic view. For example, when the inner awareness regarding harmonious marriage is positive, the electromagnetic vibration of the inner being when thinking of one's spouse is loving and joyful. This is a positive vibration that emits a high energy vibration frequency, leading to a harmonious marriage. Similarly, this applies to happiness and our inner being. A low energy vibration frequency results in a negative hearing, seeing, saying. A high energy vibration frequency results in positive hearing, seeing, saying. In a super high energy vibration frequency, meaning a balance in the magnetic vibration state of the inner being is when one hears only the hearing, sees only the seeing. Three forms of virtue marriage. The three forms of virtue marriage are the blocks of marriage presence in the marriage blocks resides within the cell of the true nature, the blessing and sin blocks that reside within the cells of human natures. Sin, also known as a block of negative Electromagnetism collaborative by causing suffering to the presence of negative electromagnetism often leads to undesirable things in life. For example, eating impaired marriage causes discomfort or unhappiness. It indicates a high accumulation of negative electromagnetism in that aspect of life. Placing also known as a block of positive electromagnetism accumulated by bringing joy, happiness to others. The presence of positive electromagnetism leads to a desired outcome in life or work. More profoundly, it means helping improve their lives through that joy. Merit also as a block of electromagnetism of light accumulated by elevating the level of inner awareness of or raises the wisdom intellect level 3. In other words, it helps others realize the true nature with themselves. From a Buddhist but basement with the order achieve a lump when buried like a matter of gold that is difficult to burn but easy to tame, blessing like mountain money that can be burned by a single match. Factors that affecting blessings, complaining, resentment, and blaming dissipate the flow of positive electromagnetism because its nature is negative electromagnetism. Women lose blessing easily through complaining because the female body inherently carries higher negative electromagnetism. Men lose blessing quickly through complaining because the male body carries high positive electromagnetism. Yang and too much yang turns into yin quickly despite the blessing arrogance pride. The man lose blessing easily through arrogance pride, highly yang positive electromagnetism. Women also weak lose blessing by being arrogant and believing they can do everything themselves. Anger and ignorance, delusion, just misconduct. The degree of loss of blessing varies according to social prejudice, factor that affects marriage, adherence, attachment. Similarly, I illuminate the lamp of the inner state. A person rich inner state is someone who has appreciation, gratitude, appreciation in the emotion layer, tolerance, forgiveness. In the nature layer and peace and joy in the heart layer. A person rich inner state maintains a balance and positive orientation in the electromagnetism vibration state of the inner being, activating the total karma sits in the subconscious toward positive outcomes. Peace and joy activates knowledge karma. Tolerance or forgiveness activates connection karma. Appreciation, gratitude, appreciation activates research karma. That's all. Thank you for your listening. Bye and see you next video. Bye.